So guys, I've been trying to play around with like the intro.
Okay.
And because we are the homegirls next door, maybe we should have our, like our, what's it called? You know how like you have the beehive, the navy. Ooh. What if we have the neighbors?
I like it.
Come on, neighbors.
Okay.
Hey, neighbors.
Just drop that like
hey, neighbors. I was giving James Charles. Hey, neighbors.
You're welcome.
Hey, neighbors.
Right.
And welcome back to another episode of Sistafriends. I am your homegirl, Tori.
And I'm your homegirl, Bree. Sure.
I'm Jocelyn.
I'm Delisa.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in again. It is, as you can see, homecoming here in Longview. Shout out to the Lobos and the alumni. Class of 2012, stand up. It is our 10 year. So, guys, did y'all enjoy the game this evening?
Good times.
I had my son, so it was a little stressful for me.
Same. I was just like,
I really liked the vibe when we first came in and stuff like that, and just seeing like all
the
of
nostalgia,
our
classmates.
Yeah,
but what about when that lady wasn't gonna let us in for a second? You remember? Y'all remember?
She was acting like she was top flight security, child. This is our high school.
If you knew you was gonna let us in, just let us in, sweetie.
And
I'm gonna let y'all in this time.
I'm gonna let y'all in this time. You could have just said, all right, go on in.
That's it.
If there were any discrepancies on the next game, you can tell me that.
Okay. I'm like, okay. And then she wanted to tell us her status and everything.
Yes, I work for the district UIF.
But right now you're at the gate.
You at the gate.
Man,
let me
you have a yellow t-shirt on like everybody else. You don't got no official referee whistle type. You in regular clothes like everybody else.
Girl, trying to tell us what
standing on the side of a tent talking about some. I don't see you on the list. Ain't no list, girl. Let me in.
Literally,
it's like a football game.
She said names. I don't see you.
Y'all are not on the list.
Jeez.
Shout out to her anyway.
I think Broadwood did it. She was like, but you got him something. She saw the kids. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So shout out to her.
She's like, I can't turn the kids away. If it was just y'all grown behind, y'all gotta go.
When me and Lot went to go get those snacks, y'all know it was still such a long line.
People were still trying to get in the game.
Admission.
Dang.
Like it was like.
It was still about as long as it was when we came. I'm like,
we're 2 dead flies.
it was almost halftime.
Yeah, I'm like, why y'all still trying to get in this late? Like, go home.
Uh-huh.
Or watch from the gates. Like, watch from the softball field.
Yeah.
It's right there. Y'all, I'm sorry for the sniffling. Y'all gonna hear it all episode. I'm sorry.
They are real.
Yeah.
They don't play.
Always happen.
They don't care if they come.
Texas do not care. They do not play about
Friday
football.
night.
They don't care if
Friday
they
night
just
lights.
catch the last 10 minutes. They gonna come to that game. I'm like,
I'm
no.
assuming it's because it was Marshall.
Yeah.
And homecoming. Yeah.
Show up.
The Marshall game's not even worth it no more.
Like, they're gonna die.
Like, cut this rivalry off. It's not a rival anymore.
It's not a rivalry if y'all get y'all butts whooped every time y'all play.
Every time.
We don't
And bad.
It's Serena and Sharapova. It's uneven. You lose every time.
Period. Unless you get lucky.
Well, guys, in honor of homecoming and again, class of 2012.
Period.
I said 2020.
Mm-hmm. That's why y'all that class. Because y'all didn't never know y'all
In
math.
honor of homecoming and LHS, we are going to talk about our high school experiences or just school experiences in general, but more so towards our alumni.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pick from the whole house. But first, I want to start off with a random thought.
Okay.
Can we say everybody's class?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So she's
Oldest first.
go ahead, sis.
2009. Okay.
And
that goes shine.
And the best class in the middle class of 2014, stand up 2014.
They're still seated.
Come on, 2014, stand up. Tell them what it's about.
And I've said mine multiple times, 2012.
Yes.
That's the year the world was supposed to end, and we don't talk about it.
Oh man.
But the random thought for me today, and I don't know why it is, but black people started, shout out to our black people, started the group shirts. I don't see, well, maybe the Hispanic group took that on, but as far as group shirts, thinking about football games like this.
Oh no, black people still run that.
We got our kids on the back of our shirts. They got Mookie on the back.
Come on, Mookie.
We got JJ.
Glitter, Mookie's mama, Mookie's daddy.
And they numbers.
Or even the family reunions.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think that stems from Africa. You know how the different tribes dress alike,
Honestly,
so
a
that
lot
you
of our
know who
culture
they are.
comes
It's
from
a
that.
lot. I think it's just our culture.
Never
Just-
put that
Bro,
together.
I
back
opened my
together.
drawer today looking for the shirt. 6 family reunion shirts right on top. I was like, golly.
It was deep with the family reunion shirt.
I still had the first one, like the white one with just the tree on it.
Dang.
I think I still got all of mine.
I hope one day we bring that back. I think
yeah,
it would be
that's a good
us
time.
to bring it back.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be our generation to do it for sure.
I know we do it for vacations.
We
haven't
do it for
personally
everything:
done it,
birthday parties,
birthday
vacations,
parties.
Oh yeah.
funerals.
like, or if you got like a line, like if you pledged or something, like all your sorors and stuff. It's great.
It's just a group. I don't see any other race or ethnicity that does it.
Yeah.
Not like we do it.
They go
that's
hard
right.
in the paint for a matching shirt.
That's true. That's true.
But I'm glad you brought that up, Dee.
Yeah, I think it's a
Stand back to
African.
our roots.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Are y'all the type to be like, don't do group shirts for that?
I'm not a group shirt person, but I'm not gonna be the Debbie Downer that don't get a
Same.
shirt. Like if
Same.
everybody said they getting a shirt, I'll get a shirt. But I'm not gonna be like, oh y'all, let's make shirts. No.
Shirts? Delisa seemed like a group shirt. She'd be like, did y'all want shirts? No?
I'm gonna make sure.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
make
can
sure we
see
got
Delisa
it.
doing that.
Oh yeah.
Some black people, they do frown upon them. Like, oh, that's just.
It's very auntie, but I like it.
Yeah.
If it's
still a
if it's
vibe.
cute though.
It's a vibe.
Some of them I'd be like, I'm not putting that on.
And if the occasion right, don't
Yeah.
be just random Tuesday.
Oh, we going to Papa Do's.
Delisa, you seem like you do it on a random Tuesday.
It's Taco Tuesday. Everybody wear your taco hats and your taco shirt.
See,
Yeah.
that's like a thing though.
Yeah, I'd make anything.
Delisa
fake.
make things a vibe just for no reason. Like when she did all this stuff, I was like, we're going to the game. Because she got like a freaking football boat and football strawberries and I was like, we going to the local game. They finna blow them out. That's just her vibe, bro. But I'm glad she do
appreciate it.
because when my kids grow up, I'm happy that they'll have her because I ain't doing all that.
I don't know. I just like making stuff special.
Yeah,
Tori
it
do
means
Yeah, Tori does.
That's
You
why I be
do
like,
stuff.
thank you, Tori. You're the party planner, bro.
Yes, you
like them
are.
Halloween parties and Christmas parties.
That's because I enjoy.
Do you remember your dog's
Exactly.
party?
had a
Your
whole
puppy shower?
You had a puppy shower, bro.
You had a
Like
puppy
I had a
shower.
theme and everything, like the color and everything.
I love Big Sisters for that.
Oh yeah, appreciate y'all because
Y'all
I
good looking
don't-
out.
you can send me the list and I'll go get the stuff. But as far as like being the brain person to come up,
Nah, I won't even go get the stuff. I get the
Eiffel
money for it.
Tower and everybody come in a beret. And,
I be like,
Yay.
but I'll participate.
okay, I will be
I
there.
will
Wee wee.
participate.
I'll be in there.
Wee
I will have my little mustache on and everything.
Oh, not the mustache.
With I come in with a baguette, like
Bonjour. Comment allez-vous?
That's funny. Oh my god.
y'all want to go ahead and jump into the questions?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we're gonna have like a high school themed question day since we just went to homecoming. So I'm on Hollywood Shuffle
Ooh.
label.
The ASMR.
Let me not throw them on the table. Dang, it's a lot of questions. All right.
That's good. That's good.
What is one of your favorite high school memories? What is your favorite high school memory?
Okay.
Ooh. High school was a doozy for me, so
I think
it's
I know
slim
mine.
pickings.
I think I know mine. I think I was the winning match for district, and that was like my favorite moment. That was it. I think about it all the time. It felt good.
I think about our doubles match a lot. That was
Do you?
fun, even though it was
It was still a vibe.
Ridiculously long.
It was a vibe.
that was like a 4-hour match. Dang.
How old were you when that?
I was in high school.
15, 16.
Yeah, but you're in high school.
Yeah,
Kinda
it was
weird.
2 years. So I'm like,
So
how old were you?
16.
Yeah.
What year was that? Was that your
2014.
Yeah, that was
That was your
senior year.
My senior year.
Wow. Shout out to you graduating early.
Right.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Y'all know y'all? I'm still thinking.
I would say mine was like in one act play. We would get to travel and perform, and then we would have all these like they would take a whole day in which we would perform every period. And I love that so much. I get to skip class and perform, and it was my favorite thing to do. So, anything that had to do with the theater was my favorite, but performing.
Too big?
That's or not too big.
That's funny.
That was the question, honey.
I like that, Ree.
Oh yeah.
I like that you still dibble and dabble at it sometimes.
Oh baby, I
Delisa will be like, I got a show. I'm like, what?
When did you start rehearsing?
And we just pop up. I think you did one last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I was a
Me and
Nell
Sean
and
popped up
Steel
on-
Magnolias.
Yeah,
That's right.
I saw the, yeah. I remember Lil Abner. I liked that.
Oh yes, I was in that.
There was some really good shows too. They did a good job.
They were at GT, right? What was it called?
The
The auditorium, TG Fields.
I was
Mhm.
like, what?
Yeah, all
know
my
what you're
musicals
saying.
were at TG Fields.
They had some really good stuff on there though.
Yeah. I actually missed that auditorium. It has a lot of memories.
Oh
A
yes.
And then they still do like community stuff in there, don't they?
No, that's the community center.
Oh.
TG Fields is gone. I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
My favorite memory was always at lunch.
She's a
Tourist.
A tourist.
Where's the lunch? When's lunch?
She said I would get
It
the
was
chicken.
Thursdays. The chicken
You
fest.
had A lunch, B lunch.
With the rolls. I want to say it was junior year when I had seed lunch. So seed lunch was when all the guys came out of football, and a couple of my friends had seed lunch with me too, and it was just a vibe. We weren't doing nothing crazy. We just sitting chilling, saying ridiculous stuff. But it would just be cool to catch up with them because we all would have sporadic schedules.
Didn't have no classes together.
Whenever we all had the same lunch, we'd be like, hey.
It'd be lit when your friends was at lunch with you.
Shout out to all the people that chicken fingers every day from the deck on the snack bar.
Child. By the time I got to high school, I wasn't eating school lunch. I couldn't do it.
I like going to the salad bar.
Me too. They would get them baked potatoes.
Or the chicken noodle soup on either Thursday or Wednesday.
Yeah,
That
I would
chicken
go there
noodle soup
sometime.
with the crack.
She
She
hungry.
said, "You think they're open tomorrow?"
I don't know. I put
Tori finna sneak on campus, go to lunch.
lunch was my favorite part. And we would just have good moments.
Dang, I think mine a food one too, now that you say it. I took culinary senior year. It was the college course, culinary. That thing was lit. Shout out to Miss Trammell. I hope you're doing well.
Bro, y'all would cook
Great
a
teacher.
lot.
Yeah.
But bro, we had a day where we made Alfredo, and then she showed us how to make like the cheddar biscuits from Red Lobster. So we had like groups, like whatever, and so our group was always killing it, bro. Like we was killing it, right?
Exactly.
And it was this one group with this girl in there, and she was one of them people that just swear up and down. She was like, just like whatever. She was just
She'd be on Chopped.
she just knew she was the Iron Chef.
Okay.
And so we took our biscuits out, and we was like, oh, they was looking a little like misshapen, but they looked good because we were kind of just throwing them on there. But this girl gonna come over talking about some, y'all biscuits look wishy-washy, and we was like, and we looked over at that. When I tell you, them things look like some daggum hockey pucks, some little giblets, some rocks. We was like, how you gonna talk about us looking wishy-washy and y'all stuff over there looking like gravel, girl? Get out of here. I was like, our biscuits look good. Ain't nobody trying to eat y'all rock biscuits.
She said, "I would still fight her to this day."
What's up, Brick? Them thick glasses.
All right, that's enough.
It says, what turned you off about high school? I can already tell you now.
What's that?
Just, I guess just like the growing pains. Like everybody just real hormonal and emotional, and everybody's just trying to be seen and be heard and be on top and be popular, and it's just real, I don't want to say cutthroat because it ain't that dramatic, but like, it's just like, when you look back on it, it's like, dang, we really thought it was that serious to be like that girl or whoever. And it's just like, girl, don't nobody care.
Nobody cares at the end of the
Nobody
day.
remember.
Like, once you graduate, that crap don't matter. And it's just like that whole vibe of like, oh, well, I hang out with them because they make me seem cooler, but you don't even really like them, or, people doing X, Y, and Z because they feel like they need to do it to fit in. And I'm like, that's just. I mean, it didn't turn me off, but it kind of, looking back on it, kind of makes you sad because it's like, dang, it was a whole lot of kids like doing lifelong damage to their life just to be cool for them 4 years.
Yeah, that's so true. You know what I couldn't stand? Those older adults that still thought they was in high school.
Baby.
2 people flashed in my mind that quick.
They worked at the school.
Yeah.
Like the counselors, the teachers that tried to like
The
click up with
substitutes or the whatever, because they would try to get information out of the students
being messy with
so
some
that they
16-year-olds.
can talk about it or whatever. And instead of like stepping in and actually helping them
And guiding them. They just reliving what they couldn't do
They
when
just
it was their
playing
turn.
telephone and passing the mess around like they're not
just,
50.
I don't know. That just didn't sit right with me because I feel like, you know, they were in position to help shift something for them kids. But instead you want to talk about them or, you know, just, I don't know. That's what irritates me.
Make it worse, spread it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's a good one.
And for what?
you getting a paycheck to help me and you making it worse.
Yeah.
Like you could have, like you said, you could have literally like shifted somebody's whole life if you'd have just been like, hey,
if
don't.
you could have been the one person to be like, hey, that ain't the direction you want to go.
And most times they're the ones that have the most influence on their kid.
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh, Miss So-and-so, the only one that listened to me.
Right.
I was like, little D, no, Miss So-and-so.
She was just collecting all your business so she could tell
Instigating.
her friends because, you know, a lot of times, you know, especially with this being so deep East Texas and like
Everybody know each
everybody's
other.
at the same functions. So they all group up and they just spread the gossip about the next generations.
Right.
It's weird.
It's very weird.
It's creepy. Yeah, it's weird energy. And sometimes
It's like they didn't get enough of it while they were in school, so they just like, I just feed off of it because I didn't.
Yeah.
Like, I guess they feel like they didn't reach that peak, I guess, when they were in there. So, like, oh, this is my second chance. Like,
Yeah.
It's beyond me.
last chance you.
Weird. It's weird.
Especially, it's one thing to keep up with grown folks' business and, you know, just adult mess.
Yeah.
But the fact, when it's kids and in school and stuff, and you just like,
They're vulnerable.
to get this job.
Vulnerable is a good word because, you know, sometimes them kids, they didn't even have a clue that they were being taken advantage. They're over there, you know, telling the business of ABC. And, you know, they don't even know them adults are using them for information for their own little selfish, twisted little pleasure.
Especially if they like know the parents, they be like, oh, well, you know that's so and so child, and you know
it.
that's probably why.
it. Because, like I said, they all go to the games and they see the kids, and they just gossiping about, you know, people, kids, and all this stuff. It's weird.
Very weird.
Like, you don't have anything else
Right.
going on?
I'm like, don't you got some paperwork to do or something? You're a counselor, girl.
If you don't want to help the kids,
Why are you here? Why are
well,
you at a
just do your
school?
job and go. Like, you know, it is.
Girl,
what it
go
is.
work at Home Depot and California. Hell, they probably pay more. Pay
Yeah,
the
but
teachers
they like
more.
the entertainment.
Yeah, they
So
bored. They ain't got
don't-
nothing else to do. They're like, well, I'm done scrolling through Facebook. Let me go pay
That's
attention to these
yeah.
kids.
That's weird.
I just can't imagine being
That
that adult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and because I just don't care that much. I don't care. I really don't be caring about people for real. Like what they got going on. I'm like, that's on y'all.
I really
like,
don't
you
be
know,
caring.
If you need me, I'll be there.
Right, and it's not like I'm like forcing myself not to care. Like I genuinely don't have the space to care about nothing that ain't got nothing to do with me.
That's it.
I
And
don't-
that's
I
how
don't
I
care.
move because, you know, people just be wanting to be in your business, be making me uncomfortable, and I just isolate. I'm like, I don't want people in my space because, you know, not everybody wish you the best.
Right.
And I feel like I be having to protect myself, my space, or whatever because my life ain't always gonna look good, and I need people that's really down for me when that stuff turn. I'ma need them.
Because it'd be the people waiting for you to fall. They'd be like, I got you, friend. I got you. And then as soon as you mess up, they're like, well, you know,
And some
she
people
told-
love it when you down.
Oh,
People just they love seeing you down. I'm just
They're like, I
like,
told y'all it was going to happen. Didn't I tell y'all she was going to do?
yeah.
Gosh.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't necessarily say that I was turned off by high school.
Okay.
And I kind of lived like in a little bubble of my own happiness. So I really felt free to do anything. But what I didn't like about high school is that like for many people, like that was like a final point for many people. It didn't prepare me really for the next step and what I was going to experience in life. And I think that was the biggest turn off for me about high school, because there were so many people who had walked into the next step, who could have mentored people like myself so that I would know what was ahead, because I'm not necessarily first generation, but I am like one to pioneer through a lot of things. And I feel like I went through my next stages of life kind of blind and trying to figure it all out. And I wish I didn't have to do that, because there were so many people who had gone to college, who had gone and done X, Y, and Z, who had already lived that. And I wish they would have like took some time to mentor me through that process. So that, I think, is a big turn off, because for a lot of people, high school is that peak. It's like that's it. And if you're striving or wanting to go in that direction of, higher education or whatever, like there's not many people who are going to mentor you in high school, and I hate that.
And the only thing that really pushed was football.
Yeah, if you didn't play a sport, if you didn't play basketball, football,
they didn't really care about you. It's so weird watching them just fan out over these kids too. I'm just like, okay.
Right. I'm like, do you know how hard it is to get to the league?
Yeah.
Most of them, after they play in college, that's it. Yeah. If they even finish playing in college.
I think we only
a lot
had
of them
one
gonna
that
end
went,
up red shirting and not even suiting up, baby.
I think we only had one in our class that went all the way. Poopy.
Yeah. Poopy, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Poopy.
Good job, bro. Shout out to Poopy. I saw you on the TV.
Champ. Go ahead, bro.
You know they did not call him Poopy.
I didn't know.
I know.
They call him
Traven, Mr. Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a Super Bowl winner in our class. Do y'all? No.
The only thing that I could think of was the favoritism, possibly.
Politics.
Yeah.
High school politics.
Oh, absolutely.
Campaigning.
It wasn't bad. I wasn't affected, but I saw it, and it was just weird. A lot of times I would see and even experience myself where kids who were just wanting to be seen, or just, just amongst the crowd, and was noted for, being
Bad.
Yeah. Was known for being that. It felt like, they had a little bit more of like the...
If they was in sports, they got a slap on the wrist.
I wasn't too specific, but their favoritism really rubbed me the wrong way.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Sorry to all the kids that don't play sports.
And I just be like, I'm out here being a good person. I thought being a good person
would do something.
Not,
right. They were like,
not even to mention just being a good person, but I
say, can you catch a pass? No.
It ain't even about sports. Forget the sports. It be just clowns in the class that could still maneuver their way out of BS.
Yeah.
Every time.
Because they entertaining. They give the teacher something to look forward to, I guess. They're like, even though you disrupting the class is funny, so I'm going to just let you make it. What is one piece of advice you would give yourself? Ooh, child. That you would give your high school self?
She felt it before she finished.
I got plenty to say to you, girl. Child.
Talk to her.
High school me was going through a lot. Girl, it's gonna be all right. It's okay. Also, don't worry about him. He ain't gonna be nothing later on. It's okay.
Period.
That's good.
Also, stand up for yourself more, because you took a lot. And when it comes to college, you should have told mama and daddy that you wasn't ready to go, because you didn't need to go just then, because you didn't know what you was doing. And it's okay to not know. It's okay to not know.
Sweet.
High school it's okay to not know. It's okay to be unsure. You're 18. You don't need to have it figured out. Because it's stupid to expect a teenager fresh out of grade school to know what they're gonna do, like back to back to back. Okay, what's your 4-year plan? Okay, what's after that? I don't even know how to file my taxes. I don't even know how to go to the DMV and get a new license. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're trying to tell me how to apply for school, get a loan, get a this, get a that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
bro. I just got done trying to pass my finals so I could graduate, and that's all I know.
Right.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be like, I don't know. Tell them you don't know. Don't just be like, oh, okay, well, if that's what y'all want me to do. That's stupid. Don't do it.
That's what.
That's nice. That's a good word for all the kids that are in school right now.
Take your time. If you have the option, take your time.
Yeah.
Rome wasn't built in a day. You're not going to have it figured out from May when you graduate high school to August when you start college. You're
Yeah.
going to be spending. It's okay to spend. It's all right. You going to be spending till you good and grown. So get ready to keep twirling. It's okay.
Twirl.
Okay, sashay away, make it look cute. Get comfortable because you're gonna be spending a lot.
Hey, Tori.
Make it personal. Come on.
17. I would have cut my hours working. I don't know why I was
Bro.
so gung-ho about
This fool was at work
having a
every
job.
day.
So, I would say you did decent in school, but don't work during school, especially during football season. So if your extracurriculum and a lot of the fall season takes up your time with that, don't worry about trying to work. I wouldn't even try to worry about working until you completed your whatever test it is. You know, back in the day it was tax.
Mm-hmm.
So worry about doing that and then breeze up into the summer and work. But I was so adamant about working just so I could have my own. I didn't like asking my parents for chump change here and there when I wanted to go out with my friends. That's it, really. I really liked who I was and who I evolved into during school, but that work really had me in a chokehold. I was always like, yes, I'm ready to go to work and ready to work.
How do you still feel that way?
Yeah.
She's
You
a
be ready?
Taurus. Taurus be working.
Yeah.
You be ready to go to work?
Because Tori,
Cause I be
didn't you
looking
get a job
for-
at like 15, 16?
16.
Yeah.
So
I didn't get a job till I
finding
almost graduated.
Looking for little loopholes. So if anybody like fall off, I'm like, I take that position. I'll take something on. So I can clown. That's just always been my thing. I like to do good work and I want to be commended for it. So that, maybe I'll turn into something. And then when I turn that into something, I can turn it into something that's good.
Yeah.
Come on
I
now.
like that.
It was
The
really
finesse.
all about the work.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have been. Not in school.
Right.
Even when you're in college, worry about work. I mean, worry about your schoolwork, your curriculum, as opposed to clocking in. You
Yeah.
got a support system like I have, they got you regardless. So, yeah, just worry about your studies so that you can move on into that. But you was fly, girl. I ain't even gonna lie with y'all.
Oh, yeah.
I loved all your hairstyles. Like, you
Girl.
was the one.
You was that girl.
Doing her hair in
Yes.
class. Gluing in tracks in class.
Sorry, Scarlett.
She was iconic for that. They were like, Tori would literally come to school, wig cap on, tracks in the backpack, laying them on her desk,
I only did
gluing.
that one time, though.
But that was iconic, bro. This fool, bell ring, whole new hairstyle.
She said, anyway.
No back.
She said, new me.
They're like, Tori, didn't you?
Never
mind. Homegirl got a red bob. She had a straight down her back when we got to school.
You had a ponytail this morning.
I think I tell myself to stop questioning myself all the time, stop doubting myself, and that you're not stupid just because you don't know something. And it's okay to ask, because I think that set me back. Like my pride set me back a lot when I went to college, because I was sitting up there in nursing school, didn't know, how to do, and didn't want to ask nobody because I didn't want to look stupid. So I think that's what I would tell myself.
I think I would tell myself to actually focus on school. I think I breeze through everything, and so like I I'm not gonna say I half-stepped, but I half-stepped everything. Like, I was present, and that was good enough, and I could pass. But when I look back at where I could have been, had I been guided and knowing the steps that were going to, oh, well, this will get you here and this will get you here. If I knew that, I think I would have done things differently. But because I didn't really have the necessary guidance, I mean, I showed up. I mean, my grades were fine, you know, but I wish I would have done better academically. And I wish I would have told myself to, like, sit and focus here instead of, because everybody else, you'll probably never talk to them again, which I think, I don't know that I've talked to anybody really, well, except Taylor. But I wish I really would have buckled down academically.
Right. I feel that.
Same.
I feel that.
Super
Was
same.
it more so for you, Delisa, about just the social aspect of school? Did you enjoy that? Were you?
I thought you were laughing at me.
No, I burped.
Because I think I'm the same now as I was then. Like, I can't say that I was really, really super close with anybody. I tried, but I, like, had lots of different people that I could talk to. But it was always the adventures of everything. Theater was an adventure. Choir was an adventure. So I was always all over the place, and I enjoyed that thoroughly. But I regret not taking my academics more seriously and understood, had I taken them more seriously, I could have gone further.
Yeah, I feel that.
And paid less.
Right.
Ditto.
Retweet.
Is that last question?
No, we got 2 more.
Oh. When you can't count.
She said, I need to go back.
2012.
2012.
That part.
If you could repeat a grade, which one would it be?
Ooh. Like in high school? I know mine. Freshman year.
Why?
Because
Freshman year was.
the reason I liked freshman year was because, like, as far as, like, the girls on the tennis team, we used to take the charter bus all the time.
That charter bus
and
was
we would go,
lit.
like, different places.
That's when there's only 18 of us.
Because the only place I really think that I really just had fun like that was, like, when I went to tennis practice or whatever. Because I wasn't really, like, you know, friendly with everybody
In the mix.
still. Like, I had, you know, a group of people that I talked to and stuff like that, but I felt like I interacted more, like, you know, at tennis, I guess. Either freshman year or senior year.
I was like, man, run senior year back. That was a good time. I only had 3 classes. Really, I had 4, but one of them I just didn't go.
It's a vibe.
Listen, let me tell y'all this. Because mama had my back on this one. Because, you know, you get your schedule or whatever. So I had already finished all, like, the only core credit I had left was English. Because I had finished all the other ones. And so I had English. I had forensic. Is that forensic science? Yeah. And then I had culinary. And that took up 2 class periods. And then I had a animation class. Heavy quotes around animation.
That's the one you didn't go to?
That's the one I didn't go to. Which I would have went if it was a good class. But you could tell that they kind of just
They
put...
said, if y'all ain't teaching, I'm not coming.
Yeah, I was like, you're not telling me nothing I don't already know. I'm the animation girl. But you could tell that they kind of just needed somebody to fill the seat. So they was like, here, you teach this and just get some stuff off Wikipedia and make some slideshows and make up some tests and bye. And I don't know how old she was, but looking back on it, she's probably the age I am now teaching the class. So she's probably like 26, 27, teaching a class. And I was the only senior, so I'm dang sure not going up there with a whole bunch of freshmen, sophomore. Can't do it.
She'd be like, so toodles.
Right. So I showed up for the first day and I saw, oh, this going to be some boo-boo. I'm not doing this. So I would literally, and you would get 100 every day that you showed up, just, you know, like a participation grade. And I was like, oh, I'm not coming in here every day. And that's when I got hired at Aeropostale. And I was like, see, if I could skip this class, I had time to give me a little snack, maybe take a nap before I go to work. But yeah, senior year was a good time. You know, going to Sam's to get pizza for lunch. Yeah. Sam's Club, yeah. Me and Cam used to go in there and get pizza.
They got a good frozen yogurt.
good.
I ain't never tried it.
Is it frozen yogurt over there?
Mhm.
Tastes like
It
it's good. Oh,
Yeah.
She said it tastes like.
Every other day, just getting to go to culinary and cook and go home.
love that.
Man, what?
Love
Or
that.
just go to sleep. Just get to take a nap at school and get a grade and go home. Bye.
Out of there.
Towards the end of the year, I was just coming to school in pajamas because I was like, man, I ain't trying no more. I'm tired.
I said freshman year.
Freshman. What about you, D?
I'm a little torn.
I know.
Okay, because I'm thinking freshman year, but then I also think senior year. But I had a lot of trauma in those years. Okay, now my freshman year, I was coming straight out of Acts.
Right.
Okay,
Oh,
out
you
of
really
private school. Like
That is crazy.
I was in a class by myself to being in one of the largest classes of Longview High School.
Right.
Okay. And granted, I went to public school before, and so I knew a lot of the people, okay? But I kid you not, I was not ready for what I was about to encounter. I remember it being in Mr. Garcia's Spanish class, and I was like super into my religious endeavors at this time. I was quiet. I was like, oh, Jesus, you know. And I remember sitting down, and I guess I had come in a little late to Mr. Garcia's class, and there was this girl, her name was Red, okay, and Red had an attitude all the time, every time. And I remember Red coming up to me, you sit in my spot, and I was like, what? Like, I was so scared because I was like, I didn't know. This is the first day of class. Like, I was freaking out. And I was just like, oh, my gosh. And then, like, slowly as the years changed, of course, Katrina happens. And I specifically remember all the fights.
Yes.
All the fights. And when I tell you, I was literally trying to text my mom, talking about, Mom, there's a fight all the time. If I go this way, the fight follows me. If I go this way, the fight follows me. And I was freaking out. Like, I didn't know how to adapt. Like, I was like, oh, crap, what is this? But it was because I didn't grow up, like,
Around it,
yeah, I didn't know what the heck was going on. And then senior year, like, a really hard moment for me was when I get asked to come to this award ceremony for theater, right? I get asked, and I thought I've done like a stand-up job in theater. I was like voted like the most likely to be in the performing arts, like I really loved performing. And I was supposed to be getting a scholarship, and literally, like, they have this little thing for the drama mamas and dads or something like that. And I get my envelope with the scholarship. They present me and get my envelope. And when I open it, it says, oh, you'll have to get the money at another time. Like, there was no check. There was no scholarship. It was like, oh, when you'll have to bring your transcript if you go to college, and then you'll get the money. And I was like, what? And I remember like trying to follow up, and they were like, no, we don't have your money. We don't have anything for you. And it really bothered me. And then when I did my senior banquet, I remember saying how I wanted to produce shows and how I really love theater, and I wanted to write and produce shows. And the theater director at the time, she said, oh, she'll just be a theater teacher. Like, and I remember, like, that's so heavy with me, that, like, no matter how good, you know, I was, and I got into AMDA, like, I got into so many different things with just, you know, having those skills and talents. And so, yeah, I had a lot of fun, but there were still things that really marked me in, like, all of those years, you know. So I don't really think I want to do any of them, really.
It'll probably be junior year. I remember a good chunk of
That was
junior
my least
year.
favorite.
Freshman, I had a lot of Lizzie McGuire moments. A lot. Falling in the trash cans, ripping the
But Tori done ripped her pants in almost every grade.
everything. Getting them muddy. I just had a lot of clumsy moments freshman year to the point where I was like, all right.
How did you fall in the trash can?
Standing on standing, you know that the ramp right there when you go to a main building, standing on top of the like the brick and stuff, you know, just being silly. And you know, people don't do
Just regular stuff.
Up there. So I'm not head down, but my booty is up in it. So speech, for whatever reason, we went outside to play kickball. It's
For speech?
For speech. I don't know why.
Public school, y'all. Public school in Texas.
I don't think she lasted long. But I had Miss Lister for speech in freshman year.
Because y'all playing kickball in speech class.
Boy, 2012, I tell you.
Said, recess, I don't got nothing playing today.
They're like, ma'am, what are you doing with your class?
You can learn how to communicate.
Guess so.
And it was muddy that day, and for whatever reason, I had on like these stripper-like boots. They're not stripper boots. They were pretty high, and I had on khaki pants, thinking that, oh, you know, I'm gonna play on this team. I ran, kicked, run into the bases, slipped, and ruined my pants, my khaki pants. So I called Dad. Asked him to bring a specific pair of khaki pants. He brought the wrong pair. They were too baggy. They didn't match what I had going, so I just felt miserable. So forget freshman year, although it was fun and adventurous.
She up there dressed like a boxcar kid.
Just forget it. So he was a blur.
We both have a daddy bringing us pants story. He brought me the tightest Steve Urkel pants in the world. I'm like, I said, the pants that are sitting on my bed, I guess they wasn't on my bed no more. He done dug up some pants from the bottom of the damn hamper.
From 6th grade. He said, this'll do.
Well, I was in middle school, but I don't know why I still had them pants. Bruh, I went in the bathroom, put them on. I was like, flooding like a mug all day. Flooding. Socks showing and everything. I'm like, I should have just kept it because it was 8th grade, because you know we had to change for tennis or whatever in the morning, and I forgot my pants. And I was like, I could have just left the basketball shorts on. So I was gonna be like, but I was gonna be out of dress code, and I was like, Daddy, I left my pants. And he was like, oh, okay.
He's like, I got you.
I got you, player. No, you don't. Got me up there looking like
crazy.
Pippi Longstocking, bro.
Oh Lord,
I
not
would really
Pippi.
say junior year was my favorite. Senior year was senior years to be expected, just kind of chill. But junior year, I was in my bag with everything. I had started work. That's when I started switching up my hair all the time. You know, I really had, my name was my name. Because before, like, freshman, sophomore year, I was Delisa's cousin, or I was Lil Spence. So by junior year, I think I made a name for myself in a good way.
Awesome.
So.
That's nice.
Yeah, I couldn't wait
I
for
had a
Tori
lot
to
of
graduate,
good memories.
because I was Tori's sister for freshman and sophomore year. That's Tori. Are you Tori's sister? Are you Tori's sister? Or I was Lil Tori. I'm like, that don't even make sense.
Right.
Lil Tori, that don't even make sense. That's not my mom.
Stupid.
It was late.
Yeah, junior year was not the vibe.
I don't even remember my junior or sophomore year, really.
I blanked it
Sophomore year
out.
was really a blur.
Trauma response. I erased it.
I got in trouble junior year for singing and talking too much. And I don't usually do that. But I know it was like pre-AP or AP government. It was AP government. And I had Takori, who was my bestie at the time.
Gemini.
And I had Tarika, Sagittarius. and I think I had Kayla too. But I would start writing plays, and I had this character named Slinky, and I would like to start performing.
Not Slinky.
Yes, and the show was about abortion. I remember this.
You going in.
Abortion. Because I wanted to make shows that meant something, you know. And so I was writing the show, and then I would turn around and start performing it for them in the class. And then, you know, I was just, and Miss Bailey, she hated my guts. Like, that's the
Miss
only teacher.
Bailey's?
No, not Bailey's.
Oh, I was about
Bailey.
to say.
And she couldn't stand me. She could not stand me. And one time she tried to move me to the back. And that's when I said,
Sing from the back.
I will just make new friends. Hello. I was just having, I don't know what made me act up. I never acted up like that before. But in that class, that was it. That was my space.
That was your time to shine.
That was it.
Me, sophomore year in Miss McBride class. I don't know what it was, but we stayed cutting up in that class. Like, half the class was just like, I don't care. We sung we did like
Y'all would rap a lot.
Hit the beat on her, bro.
Yeah.
We would do this thing called hit the beat on her.
That's one thing I liked about Naka. Naka would go do all that kind of stuff. Like, people be ranking and stuff like that. Naka would jump in and, like, with the boys, you know?
Yeah.
And Naka would just give it back to him and stuff like that. I would get so scared. I'm like, I don't want to do that because I'm going to get my feelings hurt. Then I'm going to be crying and then nobody has fun.
I think I was just
kill the mood.
I would literally, I'd be like, why would you say that?
That's rude.
I'm like, that's really hurtful.
We would do hit the beat on them, like that song Looking Boy. We would like get them,
Oh, man.
Y'all
was really-
get them, and we would roast Miss McBride. We would roast the teacher. They were like, bro, why her toes out, bro? Hit the beat on her, bro. She got sandals on today.
Yeah, that's the one.
The last question.
Question.
What did you want to be when you graduated high school? I didn't know.
I think I want to be.
I still don't know. Shoot.
I knew I wanted to do hair because I was just messing around with my hair so much.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of teammates or classmates hit me and like, "Hey, you did your hair? You want to come by my house?" I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but if you down, I'm down.
I'll tinker with it.
Right? So I think straight out of high school, I was like, yeah, hair.
I wanted to be a physical therapist for a long time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
I mean, you still got time.
Yeah. No, I don't want to no more. Nursing okay, I guess.
I wanted to be an entertainer. I really wanted to be on Broadway.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Part of me still hasn't given that up yet.
Oh yeah,
No.
just don't.
Well,
Girl,
we need-
Broadway is for everybody. Broadway's for the
Was that Journey coming out? Yeah.
That's good.
Did y'all ever?
I want to see you and Michael Jackson the musical.
This might be a little. Michael Jackson.
I heard it's
that's
actually really
yeah,
good.
Yeah, it's MJ musical. If anybody's trying to go to New York City, just let me know. I'll plan the trip.
I want to go. I heard it's a really good show.
I want to go to Napa Valley.
Yeah. But I've always wanted to go to a Broadway show. I don't even care what it is. I just want to say I went to Broadway.
We need to go. Sistafriends, take
Excuse
part.
me,
That
y'all.
would be tight. Don't tell Delisa. Delisa have our trip planned for next weekend.
I'm like, wait, I can't take off the schedule I already made.
As a true Sagittarius, she will have us booked and busy.
Okay.
The plane boards at 6:15.
Exposing ourselves just a little bit. But and you know, it's all in harmless fun because we're older.
Mm-hmm.
So, did y'all ever like had any like cute teachers or just like?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I don't think I did.
Cute
I
teacher.
seen one of them
I
today.
had a
And
few.
he,
No, not one.
You know what? People gonna think it's weird if you had Coach Calmus.
Coach
That
Calmus.
was I believe he was the baseball coach. They called him Coach K. He taught world history. That man was handsome.
Oh yeah, he was handsome.
I don't even
And
know.
he had a good old country accent.
He was super country.
Nope. Not I.
Dang.
Never
Coach
seen him.
Brown, if you're listening, I'm an adult now.
Oh, that's the one that did the health science class.
Yes.
Oh no, he was handsome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Coach Minkins, but I ain't have him as no teacher.
Coach Minkins.
I think I seen him.
What's
I seen
that?
him today.
Right.
Minkus.
I think that's how you say it. I don't
Like
know.
from Boy Meets
We
World.
got right.
Yeah.
Minkus. Not Minkus.
It's like,
I actually kind of liked him. I wish he would have stayed in the show a little bit longer.
Oh yeah, Minkus was funny.
Minkus.
Boy Meets World was my show, bro.
Boy Meets World was a really good show.
Really good show from top to bottom.
They really grew up on that show.
Boy Meets World.
I don't even know how old.
Oh, I ain't trying to get copyrighted.
Side note, random. Is Topeka what ethnicity?
She is white.
She
just white plus some swag.
That hair just really threw me off.
She's got thick hair. She's Caucasian. She might be like a flavored white, like a not from America white.
Like South African or something.
Right.
So you indeed didn't have any?
No, she didn't say what.
No.
Was it Coach
Coach Brown?
Yeah, he was handsome.
No signs.
None indeed.
None.
From freshman to senior.
None.
If you were Delisa's teacher from you're ugly.
Crusty Dusties.
I don't think I even had.
Where's the eye candy,
male
guys?
Where's the
male
milk?
teachers?
One's gotta go.
All right.
Gotta go.
These stress me out so bad.
This has nothing to do with high school.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's just
Funsies.
one's gotta go, and this is music.
Oh.
This is pertaining to the Michael Jackson Thriller album. Okay. Human Nature. PYT.
That's my favorite Michael Jackson.
Lady in My Life.
Wait. Okay. Say it one more time.
Human Nature. PYT. Beat It. Lady in My Life.
Lady in my life.
Lady in My Life.
Easy. Da, 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 da,
Human Nature. I can't let that one go.
That's
Yeah.
literally my favorite. That's one of my favorite songs.
Where
of all
did you
time.
come from, baby? And ooh,
What's the
yeah,
other one?
no, and PYT.
PYT.
I think Beat It might have to beat it.
That's
Because
fair.
I feel like as just like a standalone track, cool. I think it's one of the ones you gotta watch with the video, like Thriller. You're not gonna listen to Thriller by itself. You gotta see it with the visual.
No, I could listen.
I see where you're
You
coming
ain't
from, though.
bumping
Yeah.
no Halloween track in July.
Not sure.
You're the festive one.
But
Oh no,
I
he's
can't
still
believe I
there.
said Lady in My Life.
Yeah.
I love that. That's such a beautiful song.
Not her singing it to us, trying to convince us.
No darkness tonight.
That is a good
It's
song,
cool.
though.
It's cool.
Lady, our love will shine.
Y'all
That
better
is a good
sing.
song.
Light in the night.
It's a great song.
I mean,
Let me
but
not get
he
us
just got
copyright.
hits, though. I mean,
But it don't just.
It don't sit.
It don't touch
Girl,
me
there
like
you
the
go,
rest
right
of them.
let's see.
Do y'all remember our?
The
I don't know
21st
if
night of
it.
September?
I know it for sure was y'all's parents, but when y'all lived in the house on Conroe, and y'all like Beat It came on, and your parents, and I specifically remember Uncle Victor, and they were like fighting, like doing this like weird motions in this back room, and I remember seeing my dad jump in. I don't know what kind of.
Yeah, they was recreating the video. I guess.
Yes, and I was like,
They was doing like where they had the
The
knife
fights,
and they
yes,
tied their fists
yes.
together and did like that. Yeah.
they were having the fight scene, and I was like.
What is going on?
And so that song always takes me back to Conroe and that
Just sit with you.
fight scene in that back
It's
room.
nostalgic for her.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't do that. Couldn't do that one.
Wow. I'm with you, Bray. I'm gonna say Beat It.
Yeah.
I'll Beat It.
Sisters divided.
Thank y'all so much for listening to another episode of Sister Friends. Come back to the neighborhood, y'all. Since y'all are neighbors now, you know, assuming y'all are all out of high school, or even if you're not, you know, sound off in the comments what's your favorite year in high school, favorite high school memory. Do y'all most embarrassing memory?
Yeah.
I got plenty of them. But you know, like, subscribe, comment, share, tell your mama, tell your friends, tell your dog. Play it while you're in the shower. Play it while you fall asleep. Put it on the loop. Let it play.
Period.
Yeah, it's been another episode. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We will see y'all next time. Peace out. Bye. Go Lobos. Woo.